This is here. So eyes can also be on the screen. Hi, Paris. How are you doing? And good morning. I'm going to say good morning because it's almost 2 this year. Sometimes I wonder why you guys always say this. I don't know what it means, but I'm guessing it's also a form of saying hello. How are you doing? So there's a question up. Challenges tradition. I know for some people to pay groom price and not bride price. You know what? Your whichever is your cultural practice, that's fine. Whether it's groom price or bride price. But do you, however, think that paying for such creates ownership or means that you own this person that you are getting married to? I think I should have also tweaked the question by adding in marriages. Maybe people would understand better. But yes, that is what this question is about. It's been gaming. Hi, how are you doing? She's here. For whoever is liking the live, thank you so much. Black eyes, I'm guessing you liked the live. Thank you. No. Hmm. No to the question, I guess. I guess. Hmm. I mean, you are paying, right? It's a price. It's called bride price. That means you are paying something. You're being given something. Hmm. It's to show a man can provide. Okay, if it is to show a man can provide, then why is it called um bride price? Hmm? Why is it called the bride price? When you are giving something as a price, you are that means you are now the owner of such thing. So don't you think so? Because if I should go by your own definition, then it shouldn't be called the bride price. Bride price is already sending um, um, the wrong message or narrative. What do you think? Different how? When you say different, what do you mean? What's going fireworks? Is there a proposal going on somewhere around here? Men will marry as probably cheats because they probably cheats, probably mistreats the women of she being bought. She's not a person. She's an object. This will change everything. Well, black eyes. If I'm being very, 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 very honest with ourselves, you're a Nigerian, so you know our practices. As a matter of fact, no, it's not. It just made me happy. You just made you kind of you gave me a question. You made me bring out a question for what you just said because if you look at the olden days marriages, there's the traditional marriages. That is the marriage of our forefathers. These men marry more than one wives. One wife, two, three, as many as long as their pocket could carry them. Number one. There was records of DV. By DV, you know what I mean, like domestic violence. There were record of cheating. Even in our present time, there are still records of domestic violence, cheating, and marrying more than one wives. What is now the difference? If you're saying that an ownership, it changes what marriages is about. But what you are describing as the narrative that it changes to is what people still practice in this our modern time. So do you now still think that because these things happen, regardless of whether or not you want to call it, you want to term it as ownership, would you now say that because these things still happen, then paying of bride price means that you own your spouse? Get me correctly. What you just said, cheating, beating, and the rest of it, it happens still. Even as you claim that it is not ownership, it still happens. So now that it happens in our modern marriage and even in traditional marriages, do you still see it or not see it as ownership? Hmm. Me and my questions. Sometimes I tire. I want to. Looks like Black Eyes is typing plenty, plenty. And for those also watching, you are welcome and also thank you for being here. You're also welcome and you can also attempt the question meant to say. You can also attempt the question. Also attempt the question. Marrying more than one wife is true these days. It's more of monogamy ownership would legitimize all I mentioned before cheating, etc. What's your last question? Okay. The question I asked because at first you said that if it means ownership, then marriage is meant to be different. By different, you went further to say that men will marry as much as they want, probably cheat, treats the woman, but she's not a person, she's an object. Ownership, these things, marriage. Now, I'm saying to you, even as now, when we are trying to be holy and not see it as ownership, these things happen. People cheat on their wives, they beat their wives, they marry more than one wives. So now that these things still happen, would you now still say that it is not ownership? That they don't see women as an object? As a matter of fact, some would even tell you that women are like decoration. Just use it to decorate their home, be a home and uh, procreate or whatsoever. So now that these things still happen, they were happening in time of old traditional marriage, and even still in this modern marriage, there are some people that still experience such. I can mention a few that you are very familiar with in this modern time. For example, I beg, man, no go mention. I no get money for lawyer. But yeah, it still happen now. So you can use, for example, Regina Daniels and the rest of, I mean, her husband and his other wives. So would you now say that he does not see these people as people that he owns? Because I don't know him. He married. I mean, he's still married to multiple women. So following your own point, I won't call it ownership. Rather, I would say misunderstanding because ownership requires knowledge of owning. Hmm. I don't understand that. When you say ownership requires knowledge of owning, what do you mean by that? Are you trying to say that the women they have to be aware that they are owned by these men? Is that what you're trying to say? Hmm. Hmm. It's typing. I can hear you. Nemanja, good morning. You are welcome. Like I said, if you own something, you know that you own it. You do it. You do with it in a certain way. But in this case, it's men who are ignorant. You guys, sorry, I can read. I've played it. Hi. We'll talk about that. Never that I muted it. I muted it. Sorry, I was attending to something. I'm sorry, Nemanja and Black Eyes. I'm sorry about that. And I am back. Okay, Black Eyes. Let me read your response again. If you own something, you know that you own it. So you do it um in a certain way. But in this case, it is the men who are ignorant in breaking their vows and not committing to their marriages. I'm fine, Nemanja. How are you doing? Well, Black Eyes, you actually make sense because the reason why I asked this question is not necessarily because I actually see bride price as ownership. It's just rather the education of some people. Some people are not aware that this is how it is supposed to be and this is how it is supposed to be. Okay, Nemanja made a song. I wish I could listen to your song. Some people are ignorant of that fact and they feel like once they pay something on your head to get married to you, they can do whatever they want to do with you. So for some ignorant people, yeah, that are not educated, they would tell you regardless, after all, I paid something on your head. And you also see that some cases whereby another reason why some people actually see it as ownership are also because of our parents. You find some people that go through DV in their marriages. I don't know if it's okay for me to say the word in full, domestic violence in their marriages. And then when they go back to their parents, especially their mom, and tell them, oh, mommy, this person is hitting me, this person is doing this to me. You see the parent telling them, endure, stay. After all, I experienced this in my marriage and I'm still here. To get better, you get used to it or they'll change. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to say. You will see some people telling you cheating is not a deal breaker. Cheating shouldn't make you leave your marriage or stuff like that. And some people will feel like because he paid money for you, like he paid money before he got married to you. He can do all of these things. I don't know if you understand. So I was trying to say that it's about education. There's some people even if they attend marriage school, they'll still do these things because it's already in their head. They still the manager is saying something. Let me just round up whatever we're talking about. You still see it as I did this for you, so I own you. I can do whatever I want to do with you. Meanwhile, Nemanja, okay, okay, the song that you made is in your language. Okay, that's right. You want to make a song for me? Hmm, that would be so nice. How am I going to get it though? That would be so nice. Am I going to understand? I don't understand your language. I only understand English. Do you think I'm going to understand? Happy? I like happy songs. Okay, English. Okay. Happy and energetic. Happy and energetic. Yeah. Well, how am I going to get it? How am I going to listen to it? All right, that's fine. Okay, thank you, Nemanja. I appreciate. Black eyes. You said you understand what I'm saying. Now, since you understand what I'm saying, what you have to say about this for those people that see it as like, and especially our mothers, that these things they may not actually tell you that you are being owned, that I own you, but the action is what points towards that. They tell you to endure when you are experiencing domestic violence in your home, cheating and all of that. Your parents will tell you to endure. Some people even tell you go. I mean, there are cases whereby even your father will tell you he paid in the old. It doesn't. It's very rare now. And Papa no go even answer that one. Say, we try maybe she carry that back. But in the past, traditional marriages, even your father will tell you, go, he already paid your bride price, so you are his responsibility now, not me. So it's just, I don't know. The manager said, okay, it should be done in a week, just where you are gonna make the next life. Okay, all right, there's no problem. Next week, or how about next week? Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday. That'll be fine. Things will be done in a week. Next week, Wednesday should be fine. So like I was saying, black eyes. Now, what do you now think about those people? This um type of men that have such mentality. I'm always happy, Nemanja. I'm always happy. Even when I'm sad, Save, you don't even know that I'm sad. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said okay for the song. I said happy and energetic. So happy if you can just find a way to do both of them together. No, I don't want it sad though. I want it happy, happy and energetic. 2 days a week. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Is that I still here, or is it drafting long essay for me? But don't even talk to me. Oh, don't talk to me. Like, do not. That. Let me remove my microphone. Read. Don't talk to me. Me and you, we are not talking. We are not talking. Let me continue waiting for my black eyes. Read, you are not a good person. You piece no, you not break my heart. Oh. You pieces my heart. You piece it for the longest, like for weeks. Whenever I come on here, where is Reed? Where is Reed? Oh, I miss Reed. Oh, I miss like on across all platforms. I couldn't reach you on Instagram. Hi, Mod Channel. You guys, Reed, I'm coming for you. Mod Channel, firstly, good evening, and you're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Mod Channel says, bride price is a symbol of respect, not ownership. It recognizes a marriage, but does not make a wife property. Marriage is a partnership, not possession. Makes a lot of sense, and it is like everything that we are being told. But if it's a marriage, if it is a partnership, why do we have to pay for it? I mean, if you are going into partnership with somebody like a business partnership, the person brings part of the capital, you bring part of your own capital, and you guys start up the business, right? So why is one party paying for it? And how does paying for sorry, it's not like I don't agree with you, Mode, but it's just I'm trying to bring up contradictory arguments because if you are in a debate, these are the kind of arguments that your opponent will bring up. So if it is a sign of respect, why do I have to pay to earn such respect? Hmm. Yeah, I think those are my questions for Mode. Black Eye says, then there are women who don't shout even under pressure, and when their husband is being vocal with them, they know how to cuss on. Hmm. But Black Eyes, do you know that eh, there are some women that are not even allowed to even talk back at their husband? because they are being told that he paid something on your head. So you should respect him. You should be submissive and committed. You shouldn't talk back at him. You should respect him at all times. Do you know that some people actually see this bride price thing as a leverage? I'm not saying it's supposed to be so. I'm just saying for the no, I'm not. I'm arguing here. Me, I'm arguing. So I want to understand people's view. Till it's not complete. Okay, I'm waiting. Meanwhile, Reed. Okay, I know Reed is gonna say something. Reed, I don't want to forgive you, Reed. I don't want to forgive you because I've missed you so much. I don't want to scream. I say hi, Camille Kapanga. How are you doing? Okay, Namanja. That's fine. Tomorrow, I'll be on live tomorrow. Black Eye said it's a mentality, and I've noticed this too. When pressure increases in situations, women seem to get vocal and out, attacking everyone in sight. Most cases, it's the men, then the man gets physical. I'm trying to understand that. Shout traditions. I'm not going to shout traditions. Okay, we said traditionally, bride price in African cultures is not meant to make a woman a property of her husband. It is generally seen as a symbol of gesture of appreciation and respect to the bride's family. Okay, the same thing Black Eyes said. We'd also say, I think bride price was traditionally intended to unite families, not to purchase a wife. The husband gains a partner, not ownership. Hmm. I would also add something. One thing my own dad, this one my daddy told me is not that they will say. My dad also said that bride price, yeah, is just also a way of knowing if the husband, the person coming to marry their daughter, is capable of taking care of that person. That sometimes, I mean, your father actually knows that you are capable of taking care of that daughter. That's why sometimes they ask for very little amount, but it's just a way of tradition, doing this just to know if this person is capable of taking care of that child. This one that made her marry. Ah, black eyes. Well, I don't almost marry now. I don't almost marry, go back. That's has been a marriage discussion. Ah, don't mind me, Joe. I just said that for whatever. Anyway, I don't even catch me. Anyway, I actually do understand. To be very, I actually do understand, and agree with everything you guys are saying. I also do not see bride price as ownership. I stand the woman that it is. But the only reason why I'm asking this is because of um modern, so like I said, lack of knowledge, the uneducated people, and also modern marriages. As a matter of fact, not even modern marriages, traditional marriages too. The practices, the things that are allowed in these marriages, I mean, actually force us to look at it from that angle. Like Black Eyes mentioned, men are allowed to marry multiple wives. Some cheats, they'll tell you endure with your husband. He's your husband, he's this, he's that. So they would actually want you to stay because he did something on your head. So which is some men fear losing control, respect, or status and try to assert ownership over their wives as a way of feeling powerful. Hmm. Hmm. Some men. So for what you're saying, Reed, you're saying that even the educated ones, they still behave this way. assert ownership, not because of their own educated, but not because just to feed their ego and exert their authority in their homes. Is that what you're saying? Read, I don't want to. As I've seen your name, read Vendo. I'm just so sad. I've been calling you out for weeks. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Even if I respond to you, I'm not happy. Let me cry. You have to beg me very well. A lot has happened, Reed. You have to beg me very well. Anyway, love says you are my partner. Ownership says you belong to me. The two are not the same. Hmm. Hmm. Reed has been breaking down all my points. You've been scattering my defense. Love says you're my partner. But why do we have to pay for love? Why do we have to pay for love? If it is love, why do we have to pay? Why do you have to sell us like Gary? Why do you have to sell us like Gary? You've been working. That's fine. I'm just heartbroken. Like I'm heartbroken. And I said, if it is love, why do you have to sell us like Gary? Especially to like most of okay, well, the people that your father collects your bride price, but the bride lists is both the umonna, umwada. They are the ones that in they make up this bride. They write out the things that make up this bride list, and they don't even know you. What are you also going to say about that? I think this one we even have to be on a broader question. Yeah, I think I'll ask a broader question on this tomorrow. I'll ask a broader question on this soon. So broader question is going to be I don't want to ask that now because of my time, and I know if I ask that we won't exhaust it. But anyway, hey John Habre, hi, how are you doing? Black Eyes he asked what happened. I feel the upcoming uncle, no wicked uncle, wicked kwa. Press your head. Read what question is fair? Each of my questions, the one up there or the one I just asked, the one I just asked now. John Habre says, Dari has subjected our sisters to torture. Sometimes men feel like they touch you. John Habre is on my side. Hey, okay. So now, John Habre, yeah, sometimes men feel like they bought you, which is not supposed to be so, which is not the original reason behind the origin of such cultural practice. Now, would you now say, because I would say now that it's on those men, I won't blame it on the culture. I will blame it on those men who now see bride price as a form of, you know, ownership, and in that case, carrying out evil malpractices on their wives. By evil, I mean both cheating, marrying multiple wives, and all are still under it. Now, what would you now say about such people that do that? Both the educated ones, because there are still educated people that do that, both the educated ones and the uneducated ones. Um, you are the next to the lago. For real? I actually like to the lago. Ah, weed. I don't think he meant that in a bad way, weed, but I mean, that's also fine. Okay. John Happy, I was saying because, like you said, the bride price has subjected our sisters to torture. Now, I'm asking because, okay, now would you now say that the fault is on the bride price, the idea of the bride price, or the fault is on the men that carry out those torture on our sisters? Let me just simplify the question. Would you now blame this on the bride price or on the men that carry out this torture on our sisters? Also, putting into consideration the idea behind bride price. Because bride price was set up for a reason, several reasons. And touching your wife, seeing them as an object of ownership, it was is never part of them, it was never part of them, and it is still not part of them. So now would you now blame this on the bride price, the idea of bride price, or on the men that carry out such acts? Black eye says men. Okay. John Barbary. It says lack of education about healthy relationships, security. Can you guys give me a minute, like 2 minutes, to go and come back on this live stream? I think my data is exhausted. I want to subscribe again. Before. Anyway, if the live stream pauses, just know that my subscription ended and I'm going back to subscribe and then come back again. Hopefully, guys, when I come on live again. But let me answer John Habri. Says, ask from your cultural experience. Firstly, my dad said, because my sister got married last year, and when I asked my dad the idea behind the bride price, because I didn't actually like it, he said that it is just a way of it's a traditional way of knowing if the man is capable of taking care of their daughter. That was what my dad told me. Now, for some people, bride price can be for a lot of things. It can be for family connection, or hmm, it can be for commitment. It's just a way of showing commitment or seriousness. Because if you're talking about marriage here, we're not talking about dating, relationship, like just casual dating. We're talking about marriage. So it can be a way of showing commitment, like serious commitment. It can be for um unity, and it can also be for, should I say, people that you can, marriage is like a union of two people, two families, not just um you and your husband, two families coming together. I believe that's why we also have not just the bride price, also the bride days accompanying it. So it's just a way of bringing these two people together, knowing that okay, we are together, and whenever these people have issues, these families, they are aware that a union took place. So I think that is why some of these cultural practices have been introduced. Right, but I would also see that some people actually see it as, some people will say that I cannot train my daughter in school throughout whatever, 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 and then you now come and just marry her like that. Take it. There have to be something that you would show that yes, I am capable of taking care of this person. I am worthy of this woman that you have trained to this level. That is why some people collect bride price. Is historical gender roles. Yeah. Also one of the reasons for bride price. Let's say bride price. And it's also cultural practices in general. Black Ice is our sister, sounding like an African queen from somewhere. Read is on my side. Same thing I meant when I said married school. Yeah, you and Reed shares the same opinions, the same view. John Bobby asking for a microphone. Okay. I'm so sorry. YouTube is not allowing us. Okay, mode channel say, I believe the fault is for men who carry out. You guys, before I continue, because I have new friends here today. If you guys love my channel, trust me, you also love Mode's channel as well, because he does very similar things. His channel is very educating and you learn a lot. Okay, let me read. I believe the fault is from men who carry out those practices because some of these patterns are seen in even the dating process. The bride price is often not the reason. Wow. Wow. It is indeed true. It is. I don't. Oh, Mood is breaking down my defense. All the defense I've already put up to challenge this bride price thing. Okay, well, it's true. I cannot help but agree because even in relationship, people experience some of these challenge, cheating, which which involves multiple partners, and then violence and stuff like that. So I don't think this is something that bride price and ownership creates. So I don't have a question. I don't have a counter question for mode channel because you are very correct. You have dismantled my defense. Why? Anyway, Black Eyes says when a man is so obsessive, it's bad. That's what people label as control. John Harvey, I'm waiting. Black Eyes went for that to say he's right. Look at my previous comment. Hmm. um, says a receipt proves ownership was meant to prove intention. Okay. Okay. Hey, read. You're such a smart person. Okay. Okay. Receipt proves ownership. True. But even, okay, read. When I bought this microphone, they did not give me receipt though. But the microphone is it's mine. I got to go off and come back. Please, I need to end this live stream, buy data, and come back. Please, you guys, just give me 2 minutes max. 2 minutes or three. I don't want it to end just like that. Read. Sorry, you. I want to see you when I come back. Else we'll fight.